you can hear me okay. Sorry, I'm in the office today. Ignore the mess in the back. Let's see here. Let's make sure that we're good. Let me know if you guys are in the chat. I tried joining the webinar. It says it's too early to join, even though it's supposed to be on right now. Let's see here. Content. Live. Looks like we're live. Or are we live? This is the wrong channel. Cool. All right. Apparently I'm being super quiet. Let me try and turn this up. More volume settings. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Wish it wasn't on such a delay. All right, sounds like it got better. Wrong way. All right, that's louder. Cool. Looks like we're good. One Tech Tundra, what's up? Trying to get back in the webinar again. Still too early to join this meeting. Why? This is the right one, right? Noon, Thursday, March 13th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm not sure why 787A, 787A. Yeah. All right. Looks like they just haven't started the broadcast yet. I don't know if Kay's. I'm sorry if there's dropped frames. Thanks for the $4.99 One Tech Tundra. That's awesome. Output, streaming. It's weird. My preview in OBS looks horrific, but it looks like on YouTube it's good. I have dropped like 280 frames though. By the way, for those that are watching, this shirt also, if you watched yesterday's or this morning's episode, this shirt also comes from AmericanLictor.com. so since chat is working right in OBS, I'm gonna stop listening to myself. That's a pretty big delay. It's like a 30-second delay. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to get back in again. I wish this had autofill. It doesn't have autofill for some reason. Still too early to join this meeting. Try again when it's closer to the scheduled start time. Scheduled start time was 8 minutes ago. So do I need to go back in time to make this work? Alright. Okay, so it's such a chop chat in here. I'm gonna do live chat. See if that speeds things up for the chat. Refresh. Maybe that'll work. Nope, brings me right back to here. Once again, I have to type in everything. No, it wasn't. Sorry about sneeze. Oh man. No, the most cool guy shit that I did was Ranger School Medical Cadre. Maybe start at 20. Are you saying, Kay, that I'm looking at the chat on X right now too? It's annoying as fuck. Maybe they'll start it. Okay, I see what you're saying now. I'm watching you. LOL. That's funny. Yeah. Here's the Minis forum. This is what we use for the podcast. So I'm not out in the living room studio right now. I'm in the office. So yeah, ignore all the nonsense back here. I didn't have enough time to get anything set up. This is when we took everything to our live show, we put all like the equipment stuff in here, and then those are all the bags for the lights. If you guys have never seen a picture of all the equipment that we have, it's insane. Yeah. And router, AT&T fiber box. Trying to like do this backwards. That's our NAS right there, and then back here, that's Google Home VLAN for all of our IoT devices and shit. And then a little toaster right there for anybody that's familiar with toasters from the days of hard drives. It's funny because I'm actually pointing like directly to my left. This, I'm actually pointing at it if I'm pointing like this, but this, I'm pointing like parallel to the screen. So yeah, so this is a paperweight now, effectively. Won't boot up. Literally no power, whatever. But I was 68 whiskey. I'm gonna try joining again. Let's see if it'll work. I'm sorry guys for this being like dull. I'm talking to myself. News. Still not started. Cool. Yeah, his time, K, you might be right, because his time specifically did say 8:30, so maybe 8 o'clock is when they're due in court, and 8:30 is when the judge will actually leave his chambers and enter. It's all, oh, of course. All right, jumping into a join webinar. Join from browser. Still saying it's too early to join for me, Kay. Let me move all this stuff over. Maybe that'll. Interesting. Ben Franklin, this is an arrangement. Are you saying that this is that they have a plea arrangement? Is that what you're trying to say? I agree. That's a very good possibility. But yeah, I agree. That's a possibility. I was thinking of something else. Fly Nona to Utah, put a reporter in the court. We've actually been to Salt Lake City. We went 2022 to the Warrior Rising Gala when I was working for DJM at the time. I was their marketing account manager for DJM, and I was on the board as the marketing director at the same time. So I was there with Marcus Luttrell was the keynote, and Nick Lavery was the keynote for the Rocco was the speaker for the business shower, and Nick Lavery was the Friday night keynote, and then Saturday for the gala was Marcus Luttrell. If you guys aren't familiar with Warrior Rising, it's a like a business startup for veterans and family members. So you can go through their business classes, and then at the end of it they select, and depending on because they have like an all women one, they have an all men one. Depending on which gala you're selected for, you basically go through and you go to a pitch competition, and there's a bunch of bankers and stuff. It's kind of like a Shark Tank kind of thing. And then the winner of the gala gets a big grant. They hand out like laptops and stuff to all of them, and there's other prizes. Sometimes they get funding. What do you think is going to happen with this case? Will both cases be addressed? Also, his firearms. So, from what I read, if you watched the video that came out this morning, I believe right now, because he's under the TRO, that he can't have his firearms right now. But with the plea in abeyance, unless there's additional rulings in that, which we can't see, he could have his firearms if this case and the protective order go away, even if the plea in abeyance is still intact, which it will be through August 12th. And Kay can correct me if I'm wrong. He's here in the chat. Frog the Frozen Combat. Yes. Yes. The one in the movies after Lone Survivor. Yes. Now it's telling me to register. What? Join. Try this one more time, Kay. I'm gonna see. Still too close. Okay. Still can't get in. Hasn't he proved he has no job? Has no. Man, when you know enough for the right people, that doesn't really seem to matter. Like, he would have to do something so much more egregious, I think, which, not to say that this isn't egregious, but I think that because so much of it happened behind closed doors, that the general public doesn't really care. The general public doesn't even know much about what's going on, so they don't, Let's see here. It's 10:16. Yeah. So for anybody that wants to look this up, I believe I put it all in the description. Did I? Videos. View on YouTube. All right. Playlist. No, I didn't put it in here. Did I? No, I didn't. Kay, do you have the links in your thread, or should I put them up? I haven't. So people have to request access to the shared drive. I've gotten one request from this morning from a government email address in Alabama. So I approved it. The only thing I didn't put in there, I didn't put it in the PDF because I didn't want to go through and redact it. It would have taken too long. So everything else is in there. The video's in there. Screenshots of stuff is in there. There's a document that breaks it down, which has the links if people wanted. So if people requested permission, there's a document that has the links for all of this. But for sake of, I wonder if I can edit. People have to no. So what I'm saying is the actual court calendar link. I put those the two calendar links in there. I put what the case was, who the presiding judge was, case number, and then the calendar link so people could reference all of it. Yeah, Mike definitely seems to have something going on with, as the track runner said, my mental. He has something wrong with his mental. I gave it there. Join the webinar. Join from browser. Join. Still too close. Or not close enough. How many people we got watching? 7 watching right now. Ironic because that's how many people Mike said he had in his whatever he had people sign up for. I'm blanking on everything right now, which is ironic because I have a mental health appointment with VES this afternoon for my ADHD and TBI and all that good stuff. All right, 10:19. Go back. Join from this browser. I really hate websites that don't have autofill. It's annoying. Still nothing. Let's see here. If I open this. Well, it's like a 30-second delay, guys. I'm sorry if I'm like getting way ahead and then not responding to your comments because I'm literally 30 seconds ahead of you. I just now said if I open this and my screen flashed. Let's see here. Conversation open panel. Does she has an order of protection against him now? He said in his video he has her lined up for a podcast show. So Ben Franklin, this is a different woman. So it appears that he is back in a relationship of some kind with Jessica. This is a different ex that he has the twins with, named Veronica. I saw that too, One Tech Tundra. Life. Of course, I just copy and pasted that, so I lost my clipboard. Let's see next. Still too early. Yeah. And I reached out to the arresting officer, Detective Hayden Walker, I think, or something like that. He never responded, but I also might not have accurate contact information from him because I got it from a public employee database website thing that I found on Google. So I know Evan. Actually met him in person for the first time. I've known him for longer than that, but I met him in person for the first time in 2012 when we were out in Salt Lake City. Because he was leaving, I believe, to go to San Antonio the day of the gala, and I was going to hang out with Matt Leviner and Edwin Parnell. All right, I have to get out of it. I can't listen to myself talk. Edwin Parnell and Matt Leviner are good friends of mine, and they were coming to the gala, and we were going out to dinner with them. So I went and chatted up with them, and then Nona and I got a tour of the Salt Lake City location. But from what Matt Leviner told me, it's kind of what I suspected. Evan, he's friends with him. He thought he was responding to help a friend out. I think he is probably steering clear of any sort of public financial support, but he's probably still like, hope you get through this. I hope it's untrue. Just like any friend would. I mean, they're in a public position, so it's kind of different. Psychological, that'd be pretty good, actually. We've actually been looking for recommendations for people that fit more with the female demographic. And then, of course, nobody will give me an actual name. I put this out on my Facebook 2 days ago, and everyone's like, criminals, or murderers, or survivors. I'm like, who? Give me an example of somebody you actually want to see, and nobody will actually give me an explicit example. All right, I'm jumping in. No, I don't want to use my microphone. So I am in show captions. There we go. So he has 2 cases from 2 different women, and they're both liars. Did he hit this woman's kids as well, or just the woman? Okay, so last year the allegations were that he had broken down a door while Jessica was bathing their toddler infant in that age range. So the charges were for abuse and in presence of a minor. This most recent one, which also, it feels weird to say that they both happened in 2024, but they did. This most recent one was from around Christmas 2024, and it's with the mother of the 2 twins that are older than the one that he has with Jessica. It appears to be something related to the daughter, the female twin. He has boy-girl twins. It doesn't explicitly say, I know there's forensic stuff that was done, which could just be images. It might not actually be rape kit. Just to be very clear that any sort of, even when I worked in the emergency department, if we had to do labs or collect urine sample or anything like that, there's, chain of custody for that kind of stuff, even in the hospital. So if you come in, after committing some crime and they want urine sample for drug and UA and everything like that, that has to go through a specific chain of custody where we do have to sign off on it. So for anybody curious, it's up, but nobody's in the call yet, or at least the feed isn't turned on for the call yet. Let's see here. Live. So for anybody watching, I put in the pinned chat comment is the link to the court calendar, and in the court calendar you can register and you can watch this yourself if you would like. Do not, it is against Utah law to record, retransmit, screenshot, etc., etc., etc. So you can listen in, but we cannot rebroadcast the video or the audio. So just bear in mind that I'm not like trying to hide it from you. It's there. You can consume it as well. I just can't rebroadcast it on my screen, audio or video. I can just give you feedback or let you know what I see or what I hear. All right, so Attorney Brixton Hakes is in here now, who's one of Glover's attorneys. I believe he's one of the ones. Hey, Sean, how are you? Are you on? Yes, I am. All right, so I can turn live captions off because I got this. Wait. Live captions are faster than the captions and highlights for some reason. Apparently Mike is supposed to call in, but he has the wrong number. He's been communicating with him, but it's turned off. I'm guessing what? See if we can bump this a week over for Glover. Wow. Hold on. So it looks like we had the wrong number for my client in the system, and all reminders and everything we sent him going to a number that's disconnected. How? No, this is bullshit. They're doing this on purpose because they know that this is up. I guarantee it. So he's going to bring it up when the wow. So for those that are here watching the live stream, the judge has agreed to let Attorney Brixton Hakes continue the case to next week. I did see we have two attendees that I didn't recognize. Do you know any of those? Judge is leaving us as attendees. The attorney is trying to have us kicked out. Interesting. So, yeah. So for anybody that's in here or anybody that wants to watch this recap, somehow, mysteriously, Mike's attorneys don't have Mike's number, which we all know that that's not true. All right. Can't make this Heber case. So if I sound like dumb, when I'm reading some of this, it's because the transcription is not perfect. I'm reading it as it is. Unfortunately, because the attorney appeared, the attorney can typically get the judge to give them an opportunity. Ben Franklin, I kind of agree, but it is what it is. The state's attorney just joined, or I guess the county attorney, McKay King. So there's still no video or audio, guys. Moderated on mute mode. What? Allows the host and co-host to unmute participants at any time. Okay, well, you don't have access to my camera or my audio. Okay, we have video. They're going to have a short hearing. Utah versus Mike Glover's case number 2. Oh, he's reading the case number. So it's Wasatch, I believe, or something, Wasatch. On behalf of Mr. Michael Glover, we did not have the defendant, Mr. Glover, here. I understand from previous conversation with Mr. Hakes between my clerk and the attorney's in his car. That's funny. May not be here. We've got 2 other attendees. Sean, who are they? I'm Mr. Haggs. Could any of the attendees be your client? I see A current and no, you're under my guess. I think you meant Your Honor. News stations just with my client being a public figure. All right. You're going to have your client today. Unfortunately, no. I apologize. This is a mistake on my end. So Glover's attorney is stating that, again, that he had the wrong number saved in their system and all notices and everything we'd sent to him had been going to the wrong number. I was double checking in this morning and making sure he had received notice and everything. I saw that it wasn't the right number. Then I had in my cell phone, then I tried to call my client. My client's number when I texted him was showing green instead of blue, which would make me think he's either his phone's off or he's out of the area. I know he travels a lot, so I tried to call him, and unfortunately it went straight to voicemail. I don't think that this is any wrongdoing. I think he meant to say Your Honor on my client's part, but rather a mistake on my end in the system. I would ask if the court would be willing for a 1-week continuance on this. I've had phenomenal contact with him, and in fact, when we were set on the previous time, when we thought he was in custody, or when it went that way, he was already willing, able to join us. And like I said, I've had phenomenal contact with him, just not this morning. Okay, King, sounds like the only notice you would have had of today's hearing would have been through counsel anyway, so I don't even think I can ask for a warrant at this point. So with that, no objection. So that answers your question, Ben Franklin. Let's look for a time. Can we get this on the regular calendar? We can't. We technically could on my law of motions, but I understand the Watch Edge County Attorney's Office has this. Can't do it on Wednesday because there's law of motion on that same day. Is that right? McKay King, that's right. If we were going to do it on Wednesday, it would need to be like during my lunch break, but another day would be easier. Brixton Hakes, and I think it'll be quick and initial. Apologize again. This is certainly my fault, but if we could just throw this for a quick WebEx at some point. So we do it at 8 o'clock in the morning or 8:30, maybe next week. That's fine, whenever works for everyone. Thursday seems to work. So I want to do it the 20th. Should be the 18th, the 20th. What about March 20th at either 8 or 8:30, whichever you prefer. I do either. Yeah, either works. 8:30 would be better, but it either works. All right, let's initial appearance March 20th at 8:30. So I need you to appear very timely. Okay. I'll have him log in early. Thank you. March 20th at 8:30 WebEx. So 7 days from today, guys. I'm going to leave here as well. Close. All right, so yeah, I thought that was funny too. Okay, prosecutors in his car driving. All right, so unfortunately, guys, no movement today. Continuance for a week into next Thursday, 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time, that is, so 10:30 Eastern Time. So we will do this again. And actually, this is probably to the benefit of some of the information that we sent over, because we sent over a package to both Veronica's attorney as well as the county prosecutor regarding his video that he put up, as well as a couple other things. Concerns with the CQB class going up on Patreon, which obviously is paywalled. So I would wonder when he actually filmed that, because that's for him to be arrested in December, for that to not come out until now, and for the protective order to be in place, that would make me wonder if he had his firearms in his possession while under the protective order. So that remains to be seen. Yeah, it looked like he had an amount at least, so it's not really any different from, using your speaker or whatever for an audio call. The only difference is you glance at the screen periodically, but you do that for your screen in your dash anyways. I think if he was holding his phone actively doing something like that, then the judge would have some reason to do that, but I don't think he cares that much. So make sure I got all these chats. One Tac Tundra, not K's got big balls. Yeah. All right. Going over the case now. They're annoyed by us in the room. Yeah, I mean, judge is a joke. Money, 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 money. He's given him one opportunity. It's not uncommon for a judge to give lenience one time. If it's a reoccurring thing, it'd be a problem. The other thing is that at the previous appearance, he supposedly was having surgery that day. So I don't know if they're just continuing to make excuses because they don't want this to be publicized, but we'll see. Good invest. Appreciate it, man. All right, guys. Well, since we have nothing to move on for the rest of the day, we'll have another live stream up, like I said, for the 20th. Ironically, I heard through the grapevine that from Veteran Biker, if you guys are familiar with his channel and accounts on X and stuff, it sounds like he knows that Valhalla's putting something out. So if you guys watch that, let me know. But there was supposed to be a bombshell today, apparently. There's not much of a bombshell. Watch party next week. Yep, we'll be here at the same time. Oh, it's for the abeyance here. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was for this, but yeah, different court. And it's different attorneys too, so they're not, or it's different prosecutors, so they probably aren't communicating that. Now, if I could make you talk to Ashton Forbes. Who's Ashton Forbes? Blasted by Naval 2. I don't know what that means, One Tac Tundra. All right, guys. Well, this has been fun. Looks like we're on the calendar for... Actually, I wonder if the calendar's been updated yet. Virtual hearing, this one. That's the wrong one. it takes them to update this. 3:13. Yeah, it's still. All right. For reference, everything's in the drive. I'll make sure to put the links for the court calendar again if you guys want to watch this as well next week, because we won't be able to broadcast the audio. I can just read cliff notes and tell you what's going on, but I can't show you the video and I can't play the audio. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Be sure to go and watch the episode from this morning if you haven't already, because all of the information's in there. We even break down who the attorneys are in the case, what their education is, literally highlight everything. There's also a full playlist with all of the Glover videos from the past year if you guys want to watch that. So Forbes looking. All right, I'll check him out one Tech Tundra. All right, guys.